Hello, 8th grade science. This is our second instructional video for week 2 of unit 4. And this kind of follows the second activity of this week, this forces and motion friction assignment. So kind of the goal of this assignment, we're going to be using basically one every week, some sort of virtual lab using a PhET simulation. And they just make essentially physics simulations. Anyway, but we're going to use one a week to kind of learn about more whatever Newton's law we're looking at. In this case, Newton's first law. The goal really is just kind of to see Newton's first law in action using this simulation and really how friction is involved as that outside force. Remember, when we talk about Newton's first law, it's objects in motion will stay in motion or objects at rest will stay at rest unless acted upon by an outside force. And I would think like 99% of the time that outside force is going to be friction. So this is really looking at what the outside force is, and it'll kind of make sense as we go through the directions. Your goal is that you should be able to predict how forces can change due to motion, and that'll make more sense as we kind of talk through your assignment and the directions, as well as just, again, making some different force diagrams that demonstrate or show Newton's first law. If you look at our lesson plan portion, there's bell work linked. This video is it's an astronaut demonstrating Newton's first law in space. So here on Earth, we can see a lot of times, like I was kind of describing when we went over your notes, how things slow down due to gravity or friction. We see that a lot. Well, if you really want to see Newton's first law, that objects at rest will stay at rest or objects at motion will stay in motion, you can see that in space where we don't have as many forces as maybe we do here on Earth. So he kind of shows that, which I think is really neat. And it kind of makes more sense, I think, as you kind of look at what Newton's first law means. Now, for an explorer, this is, again, just a more force diagram practice. This is going to be a Jamboard. And so all I did is I gave you some scenarios, and you can draw a force diagram based on that. There's 4 that I'd like you to do. And again, these are just kind of practice to get you creating force diagrams still continuously. Because like I said, that is kind of a skill. So this gives you another chance for feedback from your teacher, another chance, another crack at it, so to speak. And this is also a mix of balanced and unbalanced forces. So some are easier to do, some are harder to do. So I'm not necessarily going to walk through that, but if you're still struggling, this would be a good activity to do or get help on from your teacher, and something like I know if I'm your teacher that we can kind of walk through together, because that's what I've done in years past. It's just kind of hard to do that since you guys are not in person or live anymore. So I will be going through your assignment in the directions here. So make sure you guys tune in for that, because this assignment, it's not complicated, but sometimes to get the PhET simulation set up, they take a little bit of help. So make sure you watch that so you know what to do. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.